Hello, welcome back to Soul Creative. This is Sarah. I'm here to share how to make these floral frames or just frames in general, and you can put any image in here. I'm going to just show you how I make the one where you can see it from both sides. It's no pocket, it's just the frame flip, and you can decorate it however you'd like. There's just the book page, there's no vellum or acetate or anything that's actually between it, so it's just the book page, and it's a heavier book page, it's not too flimsy. And then you can take and make one of them into you can have the vellum in there, and it's a pocket on the side here between the vellum, so you still have the book page, but if you want to slide something else in there and cover up this side, you could. The other side's still exposed and it's inside, so when you flip it open, or you can do it this way too, so then it could be the inside or the outside. This one isn't covered with vellum, but this side is, and this side is a pocket. Or you can make both of them a pocket, just this side is a pocket, and then the inside on this side is a pocket. The book page is in the middle, and you just glue on all three sides on both sides of it, and then the book page becomes the pocket, whatever side you want the pocket or to cover the image you can. Hope that made sense. I don't know, but we're just gonna do the plain book page. What I used is this book page from this book, Wildflowers. It's a fairly big book. It's like 12 by 9. If you don't have that size of a paper, the image is gonna be broken down. Like, we're gonna make the image smaller, so you don't have to worry about having that big of a book. These are the two images I'm going to work with today, and we're just going to do then I got some vellum already cut, and then you need some cardstock. This is Kraft cardstock. This is by Micheals. It's probably one of my favorites. It's a nice heavy weight, but it's not too thick. So what I did is I cut it in half. It's an 8.5 by 11 piece of cardstock. I scored it at a ½ inch on one side. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna place these ones off to the side, and then I'm gonna fold and varnish that score mark, and then I'm gonna take and fold up the one edge to about a 1/16 of an inch from the score mark, crease that, and then we're going to varnish that. I'm going to do that to 2 of them. So how is everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing well. It's a Monday, beginning of the week. Okay, and hopefully this week is supposed to be fairly decent as far as weather-wise goes. So I just did the same thing, come up to about a 1/16 of an inch from the score mark, folded this over, and then I varnished it to make sure we have a good crease. I'm going to get my die cutting machine. Put it up here on the table. Okay, so I have my cutting plates down on the bottom. This plate I normally don't cut on. I did a little bit But I usually try to keep one of my plates that I don't cut on, and then the other one I do cut on, and then I rotate between the two of them as far as I'll flip this one up and down. That way it doesn't buckle or warp, and I find that it doesn't warp as bad. So we're going to take the frame, lay it down. This is the die that I'm using as far as making a frame. You can use whatever design, whatever die you'd like. I'm going to try to center that the best I can. And then put this over top. Hopefully it didn't move my die. I think it might have. We'll check that. I don't want it coming off. Even though this is magnetic, it is a double piece of cardstock. Run that through. Pull it out. Set this aside. Take our die cut off. And then you'll want to keep these pieces. We can always make something with them. Move that out of the way. And then this is what you get. And I shouldn't have moved that because I need to cut the other one. Okay, I'm going to cut the other one and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I cut the other one out. That way we have it ready. So what we're going to do on this one, that needs to be trimmed down more. Okay, so what we're going to do on this one, we're just going to take the book page, we're going to lay it on our frame, and see how it looks from both sides. This one is fairly the same on both sides as far as it being right in the middle. So that looks good. So what we're going to do is we're just going to glue around the frame part. Not too much, just enough to get it to go down, because you don't want it bubbling up. You can see I'm being very messy about it. And then we're going to go around the outside of our book page. Lay that on top. Open it up. Got glue everywhere here. And then you'll varnish around the frame part. If you want to ink around the frame, if you're going to ink, you can. I didn't on this one. And then we're just going to take and go around this frame. And then around the outside of this frame. And then we're also going to do the outside of this frame. And then we'll fold it over. And burnish it down. Clean up some of the glue that's seeping through. Usually just run my nail along the edge there and usually takes it off. Okay, so then we have our frame. So you can either go this way with it and put it on this side of the page and it will flip open, or you can put it this way and put it on this side of the page and have it flip this way. It's just something really cute. The book page that I used is a fairly decent weight. It's not like really flimsy. So it'll take, you know, you're just having a little flip out. You can decorate this, use some labels on it, and decorate it however you like. Put some trim down it, put a tab on the side, you know, however you want to decorate. I just wanted to show you the base and how to make these. If we have time, maybe I'll decorate one. So then the other version, I'm going to show you how to do the pocket version. It's a little bit more of a detailed, a little bit more work is going to be added to it. And I don't know why. I just folded that one that was plain. Okay, so I'm going to do the second one. And this one has a little bit more steps to it. So you'll have this image going inside. And we'll see both of them from both sides. But first we're going to take, I cut some vellum. It's the really thin vellum that I have. And I need to cut a 1/4 of an inch off of this. That's my air freshener, if you're wondering what that noise is. I don't know if you've heard it in my videos before. It's one of those automatic ones that sprays. Okay, so I just wanted to cut that a 1/4 inch smaller, and then it ends up being 3 1/4. And actually the length of these, I would go a little bit longer. These are 5 1/4. I'd probably go 5 3/8, just because it's really close. When I go to put this on, it's fairly close to the top. It's only giving me about 1/8 of an inch, and you know, a little bit, even if it's just a 1/16 of an inch longer on either side, it still gives you that leeway. I'll try to put all the measurements in the bottom in the description box. So we have those, and then if you want to ink, now would be the time to do that. I'm just not going to ink these ones. I don't know why, I just don't feel like doing it. So we're going to go around the edge of the frames again. This time I'm going to be as light as I can, so hopefully I won't have a lot coming out, especially when I put the vellum on. You can see more on the vellum than you can in the book page if you make a little mistake and have it coming out. So then on the vellum part, we're just going to go around the edge. You want to smooth it out as fast as you can, because once it grabs around that frame, if it's buckled up, it's going to pucker up. Or bubble up, however you want to call that. So you want to burnish that really good, and then that'll be what it looks like on the outside. I have some seepage right there. Just use my nail to get that out. Just be careful because you don't want to rip your vellum. Okay, so then on this side we're going to do the same thing. And go around this vellum piece. Just want to be mindful where you lay this one down, because you want to make sure you cover the bottom, but we want to make sure we have enough room at the top as well. That's why every little bit counts, and just when you cut it, make it, even if you make it the same size as the actual top and bottom of the frame, that's probably your best bet from not having that issue of it not being covered. So then that's what we got, is both of them. I think only had a little bit of seepage coming out. It dries clear, you just might be able to see it more on the vellum than you would the book page. So then on the book page, what we're going to do, this is going to be a smaller pocket because I cut this one down smaller. But you're going to leave the top open, and then you're just going to go around the three edges, just like if you were going to glue this down on a piece of paper, you would make it a pocket. You know, you go on the edges and the bottom to make a pocket. So then what we're going to do is, I hope this goes in the middle. Lay that down. Whoop. Yeah, it looks good. So then you burnish this down really good. And then on this side, then we're going to go the whole way around it again. And I suppose, now that I'm thinking about it, but I'll tell you that in a minute. So then you'll go around that, and then what we're gonna do is we need to. You don't have to get on this edge, but I like to. I just don't want it to bubble up. Go on the bottom of the edge, because we're gonna seal off the frame part. And I was thinking before, like when I started doing the pocket, if you really wanted to, I guess since we glued down the other side of the book page, you could just go around the 3 edges on this one, and then the pocket would be bigger. Okay, so we'll burnish this down. There's some glue coming out the bottom there, and on the side here. I'd rather it come out now than it ooze out later. Ooze, okay. Yeah, so then we have this, and at the top, now inside you'll have your book page, but then you'll have a pocket on this side and a pocket on that side. So let me get a scrap piece of paper here. So then your book page acts like the pocket. So if you want to cover that up, add something else to it, you still have a pretty background when you pull out whatever you put in there. So then on this side, then you have your pocket over here as well. And the only other option you have is, or I mean, you probably could come up with more ideas, but this one I just left to where you have the vellum on the one side, and I made the pocket, and the pocket's from the side instead of the top, and then this side's just exposed. Like, it's a mix between the two that I just showed you, basically. So we got these 2 versions, and then this is just a mixture of both. So you have one pocket and one's left open. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. I really like this idea. It's something, it does take a little effort to make the frame, the double frame, but once you do that, then it's pretty much smooth sailing from there, I believe. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Please like, share, subscribe, and I will be back with another video. And until then, I will see you when I see ya. Later.